Definitely I can say that too. I'm saying I'm living with that. Let go of your intellect. And that's what I would say personally, like that's still also why I'm big on euphoria. Cause like me being a person who think it's not about necessarily thinking, it's definitely about thinking things through. But I think around and above and through and around and like far from things instead of just like being present, using your feelings. Like the vulnerability tact or the vulnerability element in loving somebody, exploring yourself is like key. Like I think a lot of people, we go so long without using our emotions. And I think that's insanity. And I think it's so easy to not use your emotions or not use what's inside your chest, like what's in your chest, but you use it when you become to talk to somebody or you project or you tell somebody what to do. And I think that is it's a slow killer, especially for men, slow killer. And then you can go so long without doing it because of your need or because what people find you responsible for. And then like it takes on a different kind of beast because when it comes out, it's not emotional no more. It's rage, it's wrath, it's disrespectful. And like, can't nobody listen to you. You can't talk to nobody no more. You can't relate to nobody no more because it's like, well, you don't know what's inside of me. I've been holding on this. This is something I've been, and you trying to think through what's inside of you and you can't think through that. Like, and it's like, but pretending to like loving somebody though, like, and like exploring a connection with somebody. What are your feelings? Like you find your feelings beat you there first before you even think, because you can never plan to marry or to date
that's what
somebody.
you're trying to plan outside of. I know how I feel. I know what I want to do for this person, but priorities or worry or they don't even know this or how do I explain this? How can I communicate this? How do I not leave them in the dark? Like it could be a million thoughts around a simple thought or feeling.
Yeah, simple thought or feeling. So I mean, yeah, I say this whole thing really just say like, why do y'all go so long? Or why do we go so long without using our feelings?
What do you mean using our feelings? As in like expressing ourselves and when we feel some type of way about something?
I think we're capable of expressing ourselves with thinking. I don't think like I think it's a thin line between like when I say use our feelings, I say do the first thing you think of, not the second or the third.
Intuition part of it.
Yeah, like I think about like second guessing. A lot of time we think second guessing is a pause or a stop or an unconfident thing, but sometimes it can be something that like the second guess can be like not your best guess. Your first guess is always your second guess might be your best one in a way. Kind of contradicting myself with those words, but saying it in the aspect of our feelings isn't a guess. Like our feelings is like dead spot on. What's supposed to happen, where it's supposed to happen, how it's supposed to happen.
Our feelings though, your feelings is something that's uniquely to you, how you feel. It doesn't mean that's how it's supposed to go happen. You feel me? That's just how you feel about a certain situation. That's where you use your feelings at.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? When you saying it like that. But what was the question again?
So in the aspect of like not using them.
Not using your feelings.
Why do you think we go so long, or why do you think you would go so long without not using your feelings in general?
Disregard it?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a person that will disregard my feelings a lot of times. Like knowing like this is how I feel. And you can't control how you feel for real. You just gotta feel it and make the actions. But me personally, I make time to understand my feelings. That's the way I deal with them, because I don't just go wake up and then just, I feel like this. Like I choose to have the day that I want 9 times out of 10. Like I try to do that with myself. I don't think like, oh, you feeling this? I know you feel like this, but like things get done. Things have to get done. But the suppression in the feelings goes on longer than it really should for me personally.
What do you mean by that? I'm just trying to understand, like, not using your feelings. I feel like in everything that you do, it's a feeling being involved type stuff. You feel me? Like, this decision to do something, I feel like it's a feeling being involved, like, to make that decision. Like, you have to feel some type of way to do that type of thing type stuff. You feel me? Like, are you saying, like, in situations where you're not being, like, empathetic or not being something happens, you're just not being given no type of response feeling-wise? Like, you're just not, like, you just don't care type of stuff? Like, why do people hold in the things that they going through? Like, I'm trying to better understand.
Go ahead.
I would say, let me ask this in a different. I would say, in pretending to you, Kel, like, let's just talk about let's give it to being in a gang. Not trying to discriminate on that, but I'm saying let's give it to like being around. These your homies, these your boys. But like it's a call it a street code or call it a code that y'all live by. For so long, it's like these are guys. I mean, I'm not gonna say these are guys like that you trust. These may not be guys that you trust. These may not be people that like you might feel for anything. Like y'all got no relations outside of what y'all come to do, how y'all operate, how y'all kick it. When I say like not using your feelings, or like when I say pretending to like men in general not using their feelings, we can be around dudes that we kick it with, dudes that we be in school with, dudes that we share relations with, and we don't necessarily use our feelings to interact. I mean, it feels good, we kick it, we might be like, oh, it's a good feeling when I come around you, but not necessarily like truly being in okay. And I'm pretending to just men and men. I'm talking about just men and women or period in general. Going so long with just being like, and I'm speaking from my logic and my intellect, and like going so long and thinking that like not being transactional. Trying to not be transactional, trying to go with your first thought, your first feeling, and how you feel about something, whether it might strike you wrong or might strike you indifferent.
Strike someone else wrong or indifferent.
Yeah. But so when I say not going without your feelings and not using your feelings, is pretending to like holding on to things and letting go of things, or just harboring things and like stopping from getting to, really trying to make this point, but stopping from getting to like how you truly feel, or stopping yourself from truly enjoying the moment, being in the moment. And you may not even feel comfortable enough to be in the moment sometimes around people that you may be around. And like I can say why I refer to it as being in a gang or in that aspect period, like you be around dudes that y'all publicly or popularity wise, y'all may click, y'all look good together, and that's how y'all move around the schools, how y'all move around the streets, is how y'all move. But I'm not necessarily like in tune with you because my feelings is in tune with you, or because we have some type of like deep, heartfelt relationship. I'm in tune with you because I either can personify my way into the relationship, I can personify my way into this group and use my intellect to do it, or because of, I would say, good riddance or good doing, that we've been placed in this because we are the demographic of together. But I'm necessarily not in tune with my feelings. And I feel like as men or as anybody, women period too, like it becomes like a constant train wreck of hopping from station to station, thinking through things constantly. Never like sitting and like being an absorbent of your feelings. Personally, for me. So when I ask the question of like, why do you think people go so long without like intact and in tune with how they feel and with how they truly feel, and that stops them from doing things they actually truly want to do because they're thinking through things sometimes. So
I don't know. I feel like why would you make a decision and not think about it? You feel me? Like, so I feel like if you don't think about a decision, the first thing that you do is probably going to be an unfelt decision. You feel me? Because there's no thought. When you think about something, you feeling in what the consequences might of you doing it, or it's some type of feeling being involved in it. But to go back to the instant when you said like guys in the streets or whatever don't have a deep connection. I mean, why can't they have a deep connection? Maybe they all come from a same type of place and they all going through the same type of things in life. So that's why their friend group is able to be that friend group and maneuver how they move, or be able to like, because I feel like in every aspect of some type of friend group or group that you're around, it's something that you all got similar. You feel me? Like, some people that's coming into this demographic just not having anything similar with those guys. They just want to be there type stuff. You feel me? And then it's like, okay, then you're like you said, not putting no feelings involved because you're not being your true self type stuff. You feel me? You just want to be there because that's where everybody's at type stuff. You feel me? If that's what you was meaning. But I don't know. I think everybody, I don't know. I feel like you got to think about the choice that you want to make before you just make the choice. Like, the first thing that like, is acting impulsively. You think when you act impulsively, that's a feeling involved?
Yeah. I mean, well, okay. So for me, I think thoughts and feelings are separate because they don't function the same, obviously. Thoughts are meant to be thought about. I feel like feelings.
But feelings evolve from thoughts.
Sometimes I don't think they are.
Thoughts evolve from feelings, either way.
They
or sometimes feelings evolve into thoughts. You feel me? Because you might feel something, then you think like, damn, is this really how I feel?
You're gonna think, me? And there's nothing wrong with like understanding how you feel and digging into that. But with me, it should stop at, should I feel like this? Because I felt it, so it's valid.
Yeah, but you still got to go through the thought process to work out that feeling, to know if your feeling is a true feeling of why you should be feeling. Because you still got to, I feel like, in some instances, sometimes if people feel things and not work through why they feel that way.
Exactly.
And they just go through just like living their everyday life and just keep feeling it, but they're not taking the insight and taking the time to really think about like, okay, why am I feeling like this? What's going on? Types of, you feel me, like that, or but I feel like both of feelings and thoughts, like it's connected. You can't do one without the other.
Yeah, I'm not saying like, oh, I feel this way, so now I'm about to act this way. Like the thought comes in when it comes to like triggers versus the source. Like, oh, this triggered me. I'm not about to just flash out on you because you made me feel this way. That's not valid. I'm saying like, oh, I feel this way. Why does this make me feel like this? And then why do I really feel like this? Like this isn't why I feel this way. Like this didn't just make me this mad, or this didn't make me so mad. So what was it that triggered me to be that mad? Like that other thing that originally made me feel like this the first time.
And just go back to just taking the time to think about like what you really got going on. Because it can be sensitive if you can't think off the top of your head why you feeling some type of way about something. You definitely got to think about it. Like,
but I find myself like, am I like the benefit of the doubt too much? Like I feel like I give it out too much, and it allows me to just not. Which that's my durability because I have my ways of problem solving. But like sometimes people, you kind of gotta show them that like that wasn't okay, and that when you do stuff that you can't control how people react to it.
Right.